Hello. I'm gonna try now to talk about something that I cannot easily talk about, and I'm sure I'll blah blah plenty. So I had this experience on summer solstice, the day before, 6 hours before summer solstice, that involved the Bufo Alvarius frog secretion. It's a toad, actually, and I haven't researched the toad. But here's the big keyword. It's one of those DMT molecules. It might even be called the spirit molecule from the toad. It's 5-MeO-DMT, I think. And what I do know, at least from the person who served it to me, is that this toad lives over there. I'm pointing across the Sea of Cortez in the Sonora desert of Mexico. And it lives underground, and then it comes out when it's rain time. And isn't that funny, because it's rain time now where I'm living here. Anyway, so I made a video about the preparation for the meeting the Bufo toad, and that involved the combo frog from the jungle of Peru. And yeah, I didn't make this up. I just dialed a phone number. And have I mentioned how these things find me around solstices? Anyway, I had heard of a few people who had done the toad, and I wasn't looking for it, but the the combo servers that I did call, they offered it. They said, you know, we usually do 3 sessions of combo and then the Bufo. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, we don't have time to do 3 sessions of Bufo. Excuse me, 3 sessions of combo first, because they were leaving. But then they sort of got my history with cleansing and these kinds of substances, and they were like, you know, we'll see how it goes. And I was like, yeah, I'll let you know. I'm not looking for this Bufo experience, but you know, since you're bringing it, maybe it's for me. I'll find out. And on that second day, after a good combo cleansing the day before, and after a second combo cleansing, then yeah, okay, I would like to try the Bufo. And okay, I could describe what happened, and I will, but the thing that gets me so much is that it was really all about, yeah, you don't have a fucking choice. You don't have a fucking choice. You're so funny that you thought you ever did. And yeah, separation is an illusion. You don't have a fucking choice, and separation is an illusion. Yeah, that's it. That's really what I came out of it all with, right? And but it was really more fun than that. So, like I said, I hadn't studied this, but apparently you lose control over your body when you are under the effect of this. And what's happening with it is you smoke it. It's kind of smoked to you. You're given the pipe, right? And unfortunately, maybe for me, I had a purge. And it's a funny thing, I kind of knew that I wanted to be under this tree, and I wanted these people out of my aura for the experience. And I told them that, and then they were like, yeah, but you're not going to have control over your body. We're going to need to be there for you. You better be in the middle of this porch on this mat, and so we can kind of protect you. Like, oh, okay. Well, hey, I have your charts. I know you guys. Okay, cool. So I did somehow, after the big bright light, okay, there was a that happened, and it was all white, and it was all one, and it was all like, you can't fucking deal with that. And then right away my body was like, yeah, I'm, you know, so I'm getting up out of that. And oh, the dog's coming by. Okay. And it looks like a white wolf. Wow. A collarless white wolf just ran by, but it's, you know, some German shepherd, I guess. Anyway, so my experience is I'm on the mat, I take this in, there is, you know, there's the distortion of the visuals a little bit, and I'm in there, and then there's this, and it was here, and it was white, and it was one, and it was way too fucking much. You know, it was like, like, just even a fraction of a second, you can't even be there, right? This doesn't exist except in duality. Anyway, so there's my mind coming in, but it did take my mind away. That was the great part, right? So somehow my body got off of the mat on the porch over there and came over to this tree and perched. And then my eyes were open and I was seeing them, and, you know, they were God, and the fingernails were magic. And I was like, okay, no, I'm going to take these visuals down. So close the eyes. And then once I closed my eyes, what I got to feel was their arms, and they're a couple, and I got to feel them move me from here back onto the porch, onto the mat, and the sensation of being touched was like everything at that moment. Touch, and I remember talking about it, like, touch, capital T, touch. It was everything. And then the sounds started coming back, and my eyes are closed. Oh, and then they set me down on my mat, and I can feel the sheets, like my sheets on the mat. I'm like, oh my God, you know, my sheets are so amazing. And, ooh, I'm knocking this over. But there was no body. There was no body, but I could touch the sheets, and I could feel their touch. I don't know how to say that better, but that's, and then it was the sounds, and then it was, well, he had a great voice, and she had a voice I liked also, and his defined throat defined at 16 and 35 with the 30, 35, 36 channel, and she had open throat, gate 62, line 6, unconscious. Those details, I love those. I trust details. And anyway, so they started making music, and he was talking and in Spanish, and all he was saying was that all the choices, it's like we don't choose any of it. That's what he was saying. We don't choose any of it. And as I was like in his voice, and I could hear her voice too, and she was a little extra chatty. But he was on it, you know, when the American with the 62. Anyway, he's on it. He's saying no choice, no choice, no choice. We don't choose any of it. And meanwhile, there's some times that a few things came out of my mouth when I was literally like, I don't know where my body is, would come out. And yet I was aware of touch. I don't know how to say that better. But then the body started coming back online while my eyes were still closed, and I just got so into touching my body. It was just such an amazing thing. It was so joyful to be in body, and it was just so wow to be in body. And well, I don't know if there are other details for me to share. Eventually I opened my eyes. I kind of knew that the party was going to end when I opened my eyes, and yet it was really, really gentle. It was very gentle to open my eyes, and they were there, and everything was everything. And you know, there was some chat, there was some music, and then about I don't know, maybe an hour after they arrived, they drove away. And I suppose there were some more effects. I did get the impression I impacted them, and especially him, but I won't go into the details, but that, it's what he knew more about what was going on than I did, right? So do I recommend this experience to other people? Yes, I do. It's condensed. It's not like an ayahuasca trip. It's a whole different trip. It's a whole different thing. By the way, obviously I'd never done this one before. I've done ayahuasca, and I don't know that I've had other DMT experiences, but ayahuasca was a gentle experience relatively for me also. But I don't recommend doing this without cleaning, like really cleaning beforehand. You know, the common addiction stuff needs to be gone. Now the combo can help with addiction. I've been around addicts that were using combo, and but yeah, get cleaned up with combo, or well, prepare for the combo and then prepare for the Bufo with the combo. It seems to be a nice combination. You know, I don't have any experience doing stuff like this in a party setting, and I wouldn't. I've heard about people doing it, and maybe a problem related to that is a story that I got from somebody else in recent days. She's been on the receiving end of people who are cracking up and losing their stuff after Bufo, and sounds like it was just too much for them to. It was just too much, and I started thinking, well, how does the substance even get to people that aren't ready for it? Because, like I said, I haven't chosen this stuff that has found me, but yet it has formed my understanding of things, and it's only affirmed the most difficult part of human design for me. No fucking choice. I don't get to choose shit. Fucking manifestor doesn't matter. Don't get to choose anything. So this thing pulling me around. Namaste.